This episode of Tekzilla is brought to you by the 2012 Ford Mustang.
With Geek Beat TV's Cali Lewis in town, we figured it was the perfect time to get her back on the show. So welcome back to Tekzilla.
Thanks for having me.
So what's this about you bringing a rear view mirror onto the show today?
Well, I thought it was the perfect thing to travel with, right?
Of course. Nice.
This is the OnStar FMV. That stands for my vehicle, FMV. And it's basically an aftermarket rear view mirror that people can install in pretty much 90% of the cars out there on the road today, so that you can have OnStar without having a GM vehicle.
So it works with most late model cars then? You can use it with anything?
Yeah, exactly. Probably some older cars it won't work with. It does need to be installed by an installer, Best Buy for example. They'll install it for 99 bucks.
Okay.
But then, you know, traditionally OnStar services have only been available with GM cars. So now it's opening it up to everyone, which is really nice. And it has pretty much everything that OnStar offers. For example, turn-by-turn directions, hands-free calling. Either you can buy minutes through their service or you can connect it via Bluetooth to your own phone. Has crash assistance, so if you get in a crash, this will realize it and will call for help immediately.
Oh, nice. And it knows it without you even having to push any buttons.
You don't have to push any buttons. It's feeling the vibrations from the car. And then they'll connect to you. They'll ask you if you're okay. If you say yes, they'll cancel the call.
If they don't hear anything, they get very concerned and call the 911 right away.
And all OnStar assistant agents are actually medically trained, so they can help you walk through, you know, CPR, those kinds of things until medical help arrives.
Wow, that's kind of nice to think about, that there would be someone there to kind of talk you through things, like if you're all by yourself and you don't know what's going on. That is a little bit comforting. I have this in my car too. I haven't turned it on recently. Like I didn't renew my subscription, but you saying that makes me feel like maybe I should look into that.
Yes, exactly.
So what's pricing and service like?
Pricing $299 for the vehicle, for the mirror itself, and they're actually on holiday special for like $199, so $100 off. And for the monthly service, about $20 to $30, depending on which services you choose. Now, a couple of other things it has is virtual advisor, so it'll automatically read, you know, your weather and your stocks to you, which is kind of cool. That way you don't, well, now you can use Siri, but if you don't have an iPhone 4S, it has Good Samaritan calling and Roadside Assistance, so if you don't have AAA, that's awesome. And then stolen car assistance. Because it has GPS in it, if your car gets stolen, you can go to the police and say, hey, look, you know, my car's stolen, can you find it for me? They'll search it out and they'll be able to recover it, hopefully.
Now, did you drive up here to San Francisco? What was your experience like using it in the car?
I drove it actually out in Dallas, where my studio is, and did a review there. But the experience as a whole is really cool. It's nice to have that peace of mind that somebody is there for you when you need them. I actually felt a little nervous because when you do turn-by-turn navigation, you actually you hit the blue OnStar button, and it'll call somebody. So you're actually talking to a real person. Yeah. But you can say, I feel like Vietnamese right now. And they'll find a Vietnamese place close to you.
Oh, so you can use them for stuff like that too.
You can use them for stuff like that. So as nervous as I was, like talking to this random person, and I kept looking at the mirror like it was the person. So that was a little weird. But once you get used to that.
Oh no, they can see you.
No,
that's not actually true. They can't actually see you. Although that would be hilarious. Yeah, I actually reviewed, I did a thing with OnStar a while back, and I had to keep, we were shooting something, and so I had to keep pushing the button and asking them for directions to some place that was actually like 2 blocks away.
Yeah, that you knew.
So they're like, why is the crazy lady calling back 5 times in a row asking for directions 2 blocks from where her car is?
Yes.
We know where your car is. You are not far from the place you are asking about. But anyway, bottom line, would you recommend this product?
I would. It's a very nice, you know, you don't get the visual notification on your GPS if you have built-in GPS in your car. So that's something to consider. If you really need that visual aspect of it, then you might not be as comfortable with just the audible notifications. But I think it's a great aftermarket product for having all of those services that I mentioned. So it's cool. I like it.
It's too bad you can't install it yourself. I think that would be my only downside, is that you have to get it serviced.
Now, I mean, you do have to, I think, you know, I'm not saying that I recommend this, but I think you probably could do it yourself. I don't think it's that difficult.
You guys are smart.
You guys are smart, and I know that you kind of, you would be able to figure it out yourselves, but they don't recommend it.
Okay.
At least let me say that. They don't recommend it.
So what's coming up on GeekBeat TV?
Well, we've got that review. We also have a lot of other reviews. I just reviewed the QMe, which is a nice little pocket projector. It has all sorts of connection options, even onboard memory. So I really like that.
Nice.
We've got a lot of other reviews coming up as well.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us. You can catch Kelly every week on GeekBeat TV right here on Revision 3.
Ford is back as a sponsor again today, and we've been having a ball driving the 2012 Ford Mustang around town. It certainly turns a head or two each time we're on the road. One of the cool and extremely useful features that comes along with the new Mustang via sync is the vehicle health report. Get in the car, press the sync button, and ask it to send you a health report.
Please wait while we prepare your report.
Within a few minutes, your Mustang or other sync-enabled Ford will have emailed you info related to warning indicators, necessary maintenance, general wear, and much more. Thanks again to Ford and the 2012 Ford Mustang for sponsoring the show today.